Hello and welcome everyone to this British English accent training lesson. In today's lesson I'm going to talk about questions and answers. In English, like in any language for learners, I imagine it must be really hard to understand how to ask questions correctly and similarly how to answer them politely and to give the right response. In today's lesson, I don't have time to explain everything, so I have many examples to give you to help you practice firstly asking questions and then to help you understand how to answer them from the perspective of a British English speaker. I've written everything in the notes which are in the YouTube description or below the video on Facebook or any other website. Please have a look down there if you want to read along. And I'm going to start with asking questions. So a common way to construct is to use inversions. This means swapping the pronoun and the conjugation of the verb. Here are some examples of inversions. What will you do? What are you doing? What have you done? What is she doing tonight? The verb do is hugely versatile, and we can incorporate it to construct questions as well. For example, what do you do? It means what is your job? What do you do for a living? In English, if we ask what do you do, it means your job. Don't confuse it with what are you doing. What are you doing means what are you doing right now. What do you do means what is your job. Very important to know that. What do you want? Don't you want to do that? Do you want me to do that? You want me to do that, do you? Of course, British speakers, we are always trying to be polite. And one of the most important words is please, to use please. If you're asking a question, I recommend that you use please every time where applicable. Can I have a beer, please? Please, can we see the menu? Because if you omit please, then you might be considered a little rude. We expect everyone to say please if they are asking for something. Modal verbs. The ones I will focus on are can, could, would, may, shall, which is like a synonym for will, and should, which implies some degree of obligation. If you use these in your questions, it can sound more polite. And if you use a modal verb, then you perhaps can omit please in certain circumstances. More examples for you. Can, could you open the window, please? Would you like to go out with me? Would you like to give me your email address? It's a more polite way of saying would you or do you want to, if you say would you like. May I have a glass of water, please? Do you want to do it or shall I? In that example, I'm saying will I do it? Do you want me to do it? Do you want to do it or should I? So there, remember should, the obligation, I'm asking do I have to do it, basically. Questions to confirm something. You do want that, don't you? I speak with a British accent, don't I? I'm English, aren't I? Structuring negative questions. Won't you come tonight? You haven't done it, have you? Why didn't you do that? Why haven't you done that yet? Those last two, the difference between the past simple and present perfect. And to finish this section, some very important questions to help you as you are learning English, to to, communicate things that you might need help with when speaking to native speakers. What does that mean? I have heard many of my friends say, for example, if you don't know what a clock is, what does it mean, clock? This is not correct. It is not the correct structure in English. You need to say, what does clock mean? And then if you want to kind of translate, you can say, how do you say in English? For example, if I were French, and I'm definitely not, I might ask, how do you say saucisson in English? It's sausage, by the way, I think. Similarly, what's the word expression for something in English? So if you need to translate a word from your language to English, what's the word expression for saucisson in English? And if you don't understand someone, 3 very useful and polite questions. Can you repeat that, please? Can you say that again, please? Or you can just say, sorry, as a question. Don't say what. It is considered rude. You can say sorry, but do not say what. Those are questions that we have looked at. Here are some British answers and ways to say thank you. I think we need to concentrate because in British English it is typical. We are always trying to be polite, and I can say something which means yes, please, and say something which means no, thank you, and it will sound very similar. So we need to focus on this bit to understand which is which. Ways to say yes. If someone asks you something and you want to accept or say yes, here are some common examples in British English. Yes, please. Yes, thanks. That'll be fine, thank you. That's grand, cheers for that. Okay, cheers. Thanks ever so. Ta, muchly. Nice one, thanks. Cheers, that's very kind of you. Some of those were slang, but all British ways to say, yes, please. And now, ways to say no, thank you. I'm fine, thanks. It's okay, cheers. That's okay, thanks. That's all right, thank you. And finally, if you don't mind, or you don't want to say yes or no, you don't care, here are 4 examples of what you can say in response. Maybe. I don't mind. I'm not bothered. It's up to you. Or just up to you. That completes this lesson. I guess it must have been quite confusing, but hopefully the number of examples made it easier to understand what I was talking about. And they're all in that list, so please feel free to check them out if you need to study more. I recommend that you do. Don't forget, keywords, please, thank you, thanks, cheers, in British English are vitally important to communicate with us. That's it for today then. Thank you for your time as always. More videos coming soon, so please subscribe on the YouTube channel or go there to watch the ones that I've already posted. Please join us on Facebook, the group and the page where I'm posting slang and written lessons every day, and also Twitter, WordPress, Tumblr, Busuu and Skype. All these free ways to join us and learn English if you have time. You are very welcome. So that's it for now for questions and answers. More videos to come in the coming weeks. I've got one about love and romance and other exciting things. So take care for now and keep working hard. Good luck. My best wishes from the UK, and I will see you next time.